Ladies and gentlemen, you're all absolutely gorgeous, and when I saw you, I blushed and shivered uncontrollably because of your overpowering radiance. And in addition to that, it's time for Game 2 of the After Hours Gaming League quarterfinal match between Epic Systems and Storm8, where amazingly Storm8 is leading the series 1-0. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, representing Team Storm8, a game dev company, is none other than Nasher! And down in the bottom left-hand corner, from Team Epic Systems is one of their absolute best of the best Zerg players, USKC, who had a killer performance at last year's AHGL Finals. The same setup will be occurring this year as was last year on the 27th of April down in Red Bull, Santa Monica, HQ. Will be the live finals casted by none other than me, and likely another fellow who will be announced soon. Well, if you can't beat them, you don't join them, you actually 6-pool them. But you know, 7-pool, potato, I guess as we may say. But the problem is, oh my god, this is not going to end well, USKC. USKC moving on in. Unbelievable. Tristan and I, my friend Tristan and I tried out a 2v2 strategy the other day. Really cool. Are you ready for it? In 2v2, you can't transfer money until the 5-minute mark. So what happened is, we both chose Zerg, and then he left the game at the start, so immediately we're sharing resources. And then I could go 6-pool with speed immediately and get a queen up. There was no way they could defend us, and technically that's legal, but let me just tell you next level 2v2 strats that I'm thinking of because I'm seeing this 7-pool in the meantime. Is that oh, he kills the drone! Oh my god! And Small disappointed leaves the game. Oh my god, USKC the killer slaughter drone. Oh my gosh, I don't believe it. What the hell? Guys, ice water is difficult to imbibe through your lungs, and Asher throws down the spine crawler. This would be huge if Epic Systems could come out to a Storm8 could come out to a 2-0 lead, because let's be honest, Epic Systems is the team to beat. They and Microsoft have been absolutely unbelievable. Can he get that other spine crawler down? He needs to plant the spine. There it is, going down up at the top side. Pull back, Nasher, pull back. Oh my god, you don't see this anymore in tournaments. But you know what? This is the AHGL where fun is had, risks are taken, and rewards are often reaped. I'm looking at that drone down at south side. Nash, oh, he didn't even whiffs the cancel. Whiffed harder than the aroma of a beautiful girl. I can't believe it. That is a true pain that will have to be repaired soon enough, but it looks like Nasher has already begun said repairing. He's throwing down a spine crawler amazingly in the worker counting station. Blue down to 6-13 for USKC. USKC. Doing the hurt bring-in. Youch. Youchies ouchies. Nasher is in bad shape. He has 6 drones, which means that if he wanted to build another pool, then he could still 6-pool. Nasher now moving on out. Looks like both players opting to get the gas. If we're both focusing on Zergling-based defense or Zergling-based offense, speed is the next logical step. Absolutely cannot expand. An opponent that goes for speed can then follow up with Banelings and kill us. So both players really know exactly the route that the other will be going into. The only other alternative route would, of course, be to transition into Roaches. But right now, USKC is just going to be going Lings, defense, until he ends up with that happy time speed upgrade. USKC looks like he will almost certainly tie up the series. But remember, this is the After Hours Gaming League where risks are taken, rewards are reaped, and sometimes tears are formed on the eyes and eyelids of those who do not defend themselves proper. Now, USKC doesn't know about these Zerglings. Oh, they did poke in. I was hoping perhaps for an epic counter by hanging out at the top side, but it looks like Lings will just run inside all the other Lings. A single Ling will be lost, and that's that. If anyone thought that that 2v2 strategy was kind of sweet, please let me know. Because normally, you know, you build your 6 pool and maybe finishes like 215 or something like that. But, you know, if your ally leaves, you can get your 6 pool going like real fast, like at 130. Pretty sick. I don't know what I'm talking about 2v2 in a 1v1 match, but whatever. Now, while this is all going on, please let me encourage you to go to AHGL.TV and go to the casters section and vote on your favorite casters from the After Hours Gaming League. We are running the So You Think You Can Cast competition, a chance for folks who are interested in casting to cast some of the matches here in HGL. AHGL.TV, or the URL that you see floating right here above my mouse cursor. I think Nasher's doing the smart thing, not getting speed, getting banelings. Has to set up some sort of defense because inevitably speed will be coming out at this spawning pool. Quite difficult to deal with. And of course, if you go to AHGL.TV, if you think a team's playing well, go to the teams section. You can see full profiles of all the players, the teams, their hilarious mottos, the most famous of which is Team Microsoft's, which is none other than Macro Hard Microsoft. Please donate money to their charity. Believe it or not, donating money to charity benefits no one but the charity. And I'm thrilled at that opportunity to support those. USKC playing very calmly, very smartly. Almost always, one of the players who are ahead can very easily fall behind. And there's actually the art of not losing your lead, and USKC is showing this brilliantly. USKC locking down the vision, monitoring expansions. This Overlord, even though it's in kind of an awkward spot, really is doing something good by checking an expansion, opting to win later than winning now. Trying to tech up to layer, not trying to blast down the front doors. 28 to 21. No reason to go for an 80% guaranteed win now when you could get a 100% guaranteed win later. Ling's poking up the ramp, a little bit of pressure from USKC, and look at how conservative he's being. What a bad ass. USKC, the baddest ass of them all. USKC throwing down the spine crawler, playing so conservatively. Wow, how brilliant. We'll almost certainly be going for Spire, and will almost certainly earn my praise for however much longer this replay winds up lasting. In the meantime, Nasher is actually doing a comfortable 6-pool recovery, and if at first you don't succeed upon going all in, go all in. I really genuinely think that Nasher's timing window is closing, and the Army tab shows that Nasher has a smaller army supply, but it is all up to those banelings to yield rewarding connections. Sumlings shoot in. USKC! Welcome to the big leagues! Nasha, Epic System 7-0 this season, undefeated last season, walks right up into your face in this season to let you know that winter has just arrived. Stark family USKC cuts the heads off of his enemies, explaining to his young boy, "You understand why I had to cut the head off of Nasher, don't you?" And little boy says, "Because it will help us win, Daddy." And Epic's USKC was like, "That's right! Winter's coming, baby!" Something like that, I don't know, but I certainly am excited for Sunday. USKC right now, I'm going to go ahead and transition into Spire. He's still keeping a strong eye on what's going on, and that Zergling run-in, though it may have seemed designed to kill off drones, primarily was designed to check for a layer. Right now, USKC knows he needs absolutely no anti-air defense. He only needs anti-ground defense. That's why we see him building an excess of banelings. Very smart. I can't lose from air, I can lose from ground. Let's over-defend on ground, and then stockpile as much gas as possible. USKC playing fantastically. I have a lot of respect for Nasher for hanging in there. Ho 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 ho. Split up the banelings. Split them up. Split them up. Split them up. Oh oh! Connect! Please connect! I want it so bad. Oh damn it! He loses all the banelings and is unable to do anything at all. This is exactly like when I was playing the campaign and Jim was sitting 3 feet from Sarah. That's Jim Raynor and Sarah Kerrigan, and Kerrigan said, "Thanks, Jim." And Jim was like, "No problem, darling." And then she floated. And I'm like, no, 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 kiss. It was just like when those banelings were by those zerglings. I cannot believe that they didn't kiss. Unreal. USKC even starting to win a little bit on ground. No doubt when these Mutalists arrive, there will clearly be absolutely nothing that Nasher can do. But in a tournament situation, his team down 0-1, incredible respect for USKC for ensuring that he doesn't end up risking any sort of loss, has a really clear plan set up to transition to air. See you later, drones. See you later, queens. And GG! Oh, GG! The series is tied 1-1. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we're going to go on to Game 3 because of logic. 3 oftentimes comes after 2 unless you're in some very odd Radix system. We don't need to worry about that. We're going to be finding out who will take the lead in this quarterfinal match between Epic Systems and Storm8. See you in a short bit. Until then, rock out to some ridiculously good music choice selected by me.